Hi, I'm in the process of updating the Teacher of the Year application and wanted to share a quick tutorial for the process that would be used to complete this. This update usually happens in August of each year so that the Teacher of the Year application can open in September. We are currently on the Teacher of the Year Round 1 application, which is what gets sent to the schools and a press release and everything like that. We are in the Partnerships, Development, and Marketing WordPress page, which I know because at the top of my website is the aacpsschools.org, which is the note for the PDM WordPress site. And just a quick overview of the page itself. We have the content up here, which is built into the page. We also have the Ninja form application that's been added to this page. And we have a sidebar or a widget that has been added specifically for the Teacher of the Year. So we're going to need to make updates to all three of these sections to get started for this year. So because I'm already logged into WordPress, I see this black bar up at the top, and I could just go to edit page. But I also want to show how to get there from the dashboard. So if you log in, you'll probably see a page that looks like this or something similar. And what we want to do is go to our pages. Because we have so many pages, over 172, instead of scrolling through, I'm going to do a quick search. I can look back on my page to see that the title is Teacher of the Year application. So, wrong tab. So I'm going to come back to our search pages and just type Teacher of the Year application and search. So if I scroll down, I can see our Teacher of the Year application here, and I can click on the title or I can click edit to get into the page itself. So here I see the information for the Teacher of the Year application. And if I compare it to my public page, I see that this is all of the information through the Teacher of the Year application heading. So I know that I need to update the date for the deadline, and I also need to update information about the school year for the Teacher of the Year program. So these are just quick text updates. 2020 to 2021 Teacher of the Year. And then here, our application is going to be due on October 29th this year, which I know is a Thursday. And we're in 2020. I do a quick scan. I don't need any other updates to dates here. The content is staying exactly the same. So I'm just going to go ahead and click Update. Okay, my page is updated. So if I view the updated page, I will see that it has the updated dates up here and the deadline has been changed. So next, I'm going to go ahead and I need to make changes to the application. When I look at this public page, I know that the application itself, all the fields are going to stay the same because none of the judges in Carol Ann have not requested any changes to the content of the application. But I need to make sure that this is changed. There's a minimum 5 years teaching, but the deadline for when this is different. We need to go and make a change to the form. If I go back to my WordPress dashboard, I'm going to go to my Ninja forms. And I'm just going to click on Ninja forms so that it loads all of my forms. I'll scroll down until I find the Teacher of the Year application and then edit this. Click on it to edit. Once the application loads, I can scroll through and see that there's all of these individual fields that back on my main published application line up with the fields that are included in the application itself. So what I want to do is just sort of visually scroll down to the section where this content is, and I can see it's somewhere under the major subject area and the grade level before you get to total years teaching. So back in my form, I'm going to scroll down here. I see my major subject area and grade level. I see total years teaching. So it must be this content here. I'm going to click on it. And here I have this text box. So the updated date for the Teacher of the Year nomination is going to be the deadline for, in this case, October 29th, 2020. Once you update the deadline, you just hit done. And you can then publish the changes to the form. We also need to make sure that the submission confirmation, so the message that somebody gets as soon as they click submit, is accurate. So that's going to be our emails and actions. Here you can see there's some general information. I haven't used the save form before, but the submission confirmation is the most important piece that you want to update. So if you go ahead and just click on this, you again will see that the application's here. It will automatically populate some information we've put in past years. So this should be the name of the person. Thank you for submitting. This is going to be the 2020 to 2021 Teacher of the Year application. And then we'll just scroll down to see if there's any more specific dates. We mentioned late December, that's going to be the same, but there's no year. So everything else can stay exactly the same. I'm going to click on Done to save that. Now, there is a confirmation email for both the nominee and the principal built in. AACPS filters tend to catch this, but there are some people who use a personal email account or our private school families or nominees. They will be able to get this confirmation. So we want to make sure that's updated as well. So I'll start with the confirmation email. Here we have received your application. I'm going to change it to 2020 to 21 school year. And then down here, again, 2020. In the past, we've used just a single year, but the state is using the full school year. So we're switching that. So 2020 to 2021. Again, once it's updated, I click Done. And then the same thing for the principal's email. 2020 to 2021. I scroll through here. I don't see anything about a date. Continue scrolling down here. And again, I don't see any date. However, I do see that there's a contact information. This is going to change. Carol Ann's information will remain the same. So I'm going to click Done again. And then once again, I'm going to publish the changes. Once it's published, I'm going to exit out of the form editor. And I'm going to refresh my application page just to make sure that the changes to the date came through correctly. So scroll down, I still see the changes at the top. It jumped down automatically, but yep, I see that the teacher of the nomination now must have 5 years of teaching by October 29th, 2020, which is my updated deadline. So we have the content of the page updated as well as the form itself. So the only thing for this year that we need to change is the contact information on the sidebar. The WordPress websites refer to this as a widget. So back in my dashboard, I am going to scroll down to my appearance section, which is where the widgets live, and go to the section called widgets. Here's a list of the different widgets I have on the site, and I'm going to go to my one for Teacher of the Year. This text shows us the heading for the information at the top, but I want the contact us because that will make sense to have the content information. So here I'm going to go through and look. I need to read a little bit of HTML code, but I'm basically just replacing my name with the updated contact and changing the email address. I'm going to change it in 2 places so that the public information for the text changes and the hyperlink behind the text changes as well. And for this, I'm going to go ahead and just keep it as a email address without a phone number. I think that'll be easier with everyone working virtually. That way we know the messages are getting to us. So I'll save that. And then finally, I'm going to come back, refresh my page one more time to just make sure it saves. And I see Kathy's updated information. So I have updated the Teacher of the Year application for the new school year. The second piece of this is to change the principal's recommendation form, but I'm going to follow exactly the same process for the principal's form. Make changes to the top of the page and make changes to the form itself. Make changes to the deadline up here. I'll update this date. I'll change the confirmation information and the email information on the recommendation Ninja form. And you see that we've already updated our sidebar because the sidebars are linked. Both pages we update one, anywhere that has a Teacher of the Year widget is going to update automatically. I hope this video was helpful in providing a basic overview of updating the AACPS Teacher of the Year online application.